Pogba will leave it for Rashford. He strikes. Oh, it's a goal! Staying on his feet this time. Look, they went for Martial. Lovely touch by Fernandez. Cavani! Rashford all the way across goal. What a finish!
Welcome everyone. Welcome again to AllinAllunited. And again, season's greetings. We in the festive period, guys. And Premiership, now is this is the best time, during the Premiership season because you're getting the games coming thick, you're getting them fast, even some of the players just can't recover, So we had there's the time of the season where we just really sit down and have a fill with football, with Premier League football. And today, guys, we knew the team needed to respond, they needed to react after, the nonsense we saw against Newcastle. And 3 points in the bag. And Norwich. Chef, we could go further back,
Yeah.
Whole season.
All season. We could go back to last season.
Yeah, but most important, guys, and I mean we will get into the dynamics of the game, we will get into performance, but most importantly earlier, the result was favourable. 3 points in the bag, 3 goals. How we doing? What we saying? Talk to my fellas.
Who wants to go?
I'm going to go first. Good night, everybody. I still not pleased. I mean, I know it'll take time for us to reach a certain level, but I'm not pleased. Second half especially, I find we just take our foot off the pedal. And I know we could do much better, right? I know we have a squad capable of doing much better than what we're doing right now, but I'm fed up of the taking it one game at a time thing. I just want us to continue to be consistent. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah. So before whoever else wanna jump in, I'm gonna just get some comments, right? So I've seen David Curtin on the inside. Good night to you too, buddy. Mickey Rampasad, good evening, season's greetings to you. Anderson, good night, buddy. Mickey saying glory, yeah, of course. That's the club we love. Kristen, good night, man. He's saying Cristiano had again. Everson, good night, man. Season's greetings to you. Go through, fellas.
Yeah. All right, go, Chef.
All right. Good night, everybody. Season greetings to everyone. I hope everyone is keeping safe. We win 3-1, right? Because I swear I feeling like we just drop points.
Yeah. Honestly.
I don't have no joy. I have little to no joy from that game at all. We scored 3 goals.
Man United is a hard fan base to please, boy.
Listen,
Go ahead.
I'm happy for the 3 points, straight, but I just find our football was it was okay at best. And if you watch the manager's reaction after the game, it's much the same. He and all wasn't pleased. One of the things Ragnick talks a lot about is controlling the game. And I find we could have done a whole better job at controlling this game. Ronaldo was off today. Maybe Ronaldo needs, and personally for me, why Ronaldo had to play nearly 90 minutes every game? Then he could come off in the 70th, and I'm my player. Nope. So I don't care who he is. Once your time, you can come off. But again, Ragnick now come. I know it will take time, but we could still play better, man. I am thankful for the win. There are certain things I noticed today that I will talk about further. But hey, we win.
Yeah. Let me just get his comment here. Dwayne, good night to you. He's saying I agree with Chef. Yes, all the goals. I was like, okay, cool. Did we win or draw? Yeah. Christian saying Ralph finally found Federal coming on the last minute to say the closing prayer. Oh gosh, Mickey saying compare the last few games, it's better performance team wise. Yeah, true.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Hey Kurt, welcome man. He said not just Ronaldo was off, a few others. Harry, Bailly.
Bailly was off.
Bailly make one mistake, and that was it.
Bailly was off. Bailly was all injured.
Why does be drinking Coke when a game going on or what? Bailly was off. Eric saved Harry's shitty ass, more times. Oh God, that's Chris
Chef telling the truth. Everybody saved Harry Maguire at least a good 3 or 4 times today.
Yes.
And that what Lindelof has been doing for the entire season.
Correct. And I'll tell you something. Even that nonsense what Bailly did and we conceded, Harry could have picked up the man.
Just like the game again, just like Newcastle.
Men talking about Aaron Lennon speed. This is not Aaron Lennon from 10 years ago.
Yeah. Nah, but Lennon,
you talking about step forward to the man now. You backing off.
Lennon did well to slip it in, because nobody was expecting that.
But I was expecting that.
Nobody was expecting that, man.
Yeah.
He just put her in the corner. Normally,
but Mark, at that angle, that's what he have to do.
He could have blasted in the top corner on the left.
He couldn't blast it in the top corner, man.
He knows Maguire afraid.
I think everybody in England know Maguire.
Yeah. But he catch De Gea too. De Gea wasn't positioned well, so he slipped it in the corner. That was a good attempt.
There's no Maguire would have back off.
I'm not taking it away from the final thing, but I just saying before it even reached to that, Harry could have closed him down.
Yeah,
Harry don't do that. Harry does be like this.
Any player tricky and
yeah.
I can tell you something. No,
Jorginho.
If Harry Maguire had stepped forward to block that goal, Aaron Lennon was stepping right. We could have closed down the angle.
Exactly.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly. You can't expect that from him when he don't have that brain.
And that man is he
have a big head, but he don't have that brain.
Nah, you outside bad. Yeah. So for me, I think I think just as doing what I said earlier, it was like okay, cool performance, but what would have been pleasing for me was the chances that we created. As much as it could have been, let me say, from a second ball, or it wasn't the intended play. Let me say, if Ronaldo would have took his 2 chances, which was 2 clear chances, right?
Yeah,
that would have been 5. Then if Greenwood took the chance that he got, to me, Greenwood should have in the second half. Greenwood should have done better with that chance that he made Hennessy look like if he's some kind of goalkeeper. Right?
The one who tried to pull last post, right?
Yeah, we tried to curl. The one we tried to curl and kind of played. Yeah, the one we tried, down the middle of the field when you had the whole goal to the left of that, this is the routine. That would have been 6. Right? And the both chances that Ronaldo would have gotten at Ronaldo's standard is straightforward goals.
Yeah, and a normal Ronaldo did them is goals.
Even they had a park pull over the bar now.
That should have been goal.
I want to address this comment here. Yes,
go ahead.
Scott McTominay was the man today. Scott McTominay a little scotchy too haughty today, right? But can we get this performance from Scott McTominay the next game?
And that's what we want. That's what we want.
Next game, right? I don't want. We have come on All United too many times.
Yeah.
Ask one question: what Man United will show up the next game? Right? Can Scott McTominay give us these performances week in week out? I will give credit where credit is due. Scott McTominay played well today. Can I expect that in the new year? I don't know.
And I will tell you something to add to that. There's a reason Scott McTominay could have played with so much freedom today. It's called Nemanja Matic. That is the reason.
Yeah.
Scott McTominay didn't have to worry about nothing behind him.
Exactly.
Nothing. Matic have it luck. Boy, I could go. Remember there was the video with him only putting only back passing. We could count how much time he must be back passing. First it was barely any. Every pass. Scott, you made some passes today. I had to double check to see if there is De Bruyne played for Manchester, you know. The man giving players 2 passes.
Yeah.
Things that Bruno Fernandes hasn't done in how long? Yeah. But he could stay where he is, yes?
Yeah, so for me that was a pleasing thing, you know, and if let me just say, if the squad ended up 5-1, you know, would we have been singing a different tune in terms of maybe we don't have to look that exciting, which we as fans want to see, but we want to see the scoreline, you know, reflecting a dominant scoreline.
I was more excited about the performance we put versus Crystal Palace than today, and today was a bigger scoreline than Crystal Palace.
Mm-hmm. I think the second half put a negative light on the game, yeah. Because first half was good, right? But second half, that take everything out of the game.
Yeah, but and you even see with City, look, City's without. Well, I mean, I didn't see the game, but they scored in the first half and the second half they didn't score against Brentford, but they won the game, you know. And
they're not taking City miles ahead of we in terms of style and everything.
So to me, at the end of the day, it's about building confidence. You know, I think the score line, as much as we didn't play or score more goals, I think that the performance, the ability to create. We saw how much times Cristiano Ronaldo would have been in contact with the ball within the area, which against Newcastle was once or twice. Today was how many times? You know, so in terms of that, you know, I think that is an improvement in itself. You know, if it's down to Ranić and his methodology, you know, that is something we had to be consistent. If we say it consistently, then it would be. But if that is what it is, then definitely today's game was a major improvement.
Yeah. Let me just get some comments. I seen Karen Ragber on the inside. Good night.
Hey Karen, good night, sweetie.
Simeon, welcome, buddy. Saying evening, fellas. Glory, Man United. We ain't have no Lucasade or something to send to Old Trafford for that second half.
Needed to put on the Lucasade, man. Yes.
Hey.
Oh gosh.
Joel Jones saying, great question. I say no because by then Bruno will be back, and I think he was talking about
Scott,
the performance of Scott McTominay. All right, it could be 7-1. Maguire still needs to go.
Yeah.
Simeon also saying McTominay was a striker, now asked to play as a CDM. He was good today, but his defensive awareness is still mess. Did you see he let the guy slip in the box because he didn't see him? I can't remember that.
Yeah. He nipped the ball off of him. So that's something in the second half.
Yeah. Christian saying Ronaldo could have had a first half hat trick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joel also saying, but as Big Phil say, consistency is the real question. Now 1 game on Alex's birthday and nothing to shout yet. And as he mentioned it, you know, massive shout out to the general, the legend himself, the one and only Sir Alex Ferguson, who will be celebrating his 80th birthday tomorrow. You know? Yeah.
More life.
Yeah, more life.
But I want to touch on that same comment in terms of consistency, right? We know for a fact that Maxos, right, McTominay performance would not be at that level it was today. And to be honest, the man was on fire today, right? The man was on fire today, and it would be unfair to expect that level of performance every game. However, we need somebody else in the team to step up, and that we doesn't get. We just get every game, everybody just be flat, right? But if it is that, let me say, every game somebody step up to that level, we get Bruno stepping up, we get Rashford stepping up, we get Sancho step up, and we could rave about a different player, let me say, every game, then we will win games easily, because we can expect McTominay to be at this level every game, right? We want that, but it would be impossible. But if we get another player to step up, you know, for every game, right, then as the quality we have around, we would win most games.
It's
Well,
almost
I'll tell you-
it's almost like you going in the shower and you turning on the water. The water is either freezing cold or boiling hot. You want something in the middle, right? Because
Yeah.
as Nico said, right, you can get a hot Scott, you get a boiling Scott McTominay today, but then next year is a freezing cold McTominay. It's almost like we can either one of the two extremes, right? I would like something. I'd rather see Scott McTominay perform in the middle than be like a yo-yo up and down.
At every game.
Right? I'd rather Scott McTominay or Fred or Bruno or whoever is in our starting 11 perform like put a performance like if it's in the middle, right? I'd rather see that for 5 to 10 games straight, right? But this is a whole extreme, right? I can't take that. I can't.
And if you think about it though, that has been Manchester United's weakness for years, that as a team, we're not consistent. We'll be as sporadic at best. It will have some games, so that's why we keep on asking what team is going to show up today. Because we could have, example, today Ronaldo was off, but Scott was on fire. Well, Harry Maguire always off, so I can't even count. But you know what I mean?
Struggling confidence, bad boy.
Dan, that man is way boy. And to me, like, it just getting worse every game.
Yeah, getting worse.
But I got a question though. Why does Harry Maguire take so long to make a decision?
Exactly, it's a wrong decision.
We got 7 to 8 players who know what they're gonna do, whether it's give away the ball or pass it to somebody, right? But Harry Maguire is taking so long to make a decision with the football. I don't know what's going on. It's like the guy brain working off a DOS.
And here's the thing, he will take all that time. And you know the pass he gonna make, you know.
Yeah.
It's not to say he gonna make the world's greatest pass. You know it's a pass he gonna put right there. But you have to take so long.
I feel he playing out a piece. Somebody telling him, Harry.
Jose Mourinho.
Harry, run to the left. Look up.
Like somebody winding him up.
Because it's how many times he just like, and he end up kicking down a player or something. Like, oh gosh, football not that hard, man. But he does
It
make
can't be done. You getting over 100,000 a week.
More than that?
More than that, he get about 2 something, I feel, man.
That's
Harry's the captain, and
Let me just say what the comments are to say here, right? Dwayne saying here, what I'm most happy about is formation, and men will chance change when things aren't going correct after game, not going with the same formation for 6 months. All right. The Vinjob as the thanks for joining, man. Saying Shaw stated his claim for starting. What I talk about Shaw today?
Competition is a beautiful thing.
Yes and no.
He wasn't bad.
you need some time, man.
So how you all felt about the players that because Ragnick rang in some changes today, you know, Wan-Bissaka came in, Bailly came in, Shaw, Matic. How you all felt that these guys did, you know, because you know it had many times in the past, even under Ollie, when you know he would have made changes and brought in fringe players. And we would discuss and say, well, probably this one didn't really take the chance, you know, this one didn't take the chance. How you all felt, you know, the guys who got the opportunity today, how you all felt they did?
Let me ask you all something, right? Most of us play football growing up. We play football growing up, right? You will have a favored foot. Maybe a right footer, maybe a left footer. You will have a favored foot. But you're still at least able to make a proper pass. Don't spoil my build-up. Come back. Don't spoil my build-up. You will at least have you'll still be able to make a pass or, you know, something with the other foot. Dan.
I don't know where you're coming with that.
Dan. One for soccer. Real talk. Oh my! We thought Valencia. I feel it's an insult to Valencia to call one Valencia 2.2 because Valencia was still able to give more. Oh, cool! That one. Oh, you see that pass that man tried to make across? Oh my God!
Oh,
That one get clip up already, you
left
know.
foot.
The one for the hair get clip up already, you know. That's all over the internet, so.
Well, yeah,
That
that's
piece of
a
madness,
meme, right? That had to be a meme.
Yeah.
Then,
That's a wash,
it's
man.
that one. It's that one. But it's that next one that he get
The one when he
forward.
cut in.
He cut in.
And he passed
And
it.
that man so one-footed. Instead of he make that left foot pass to the left side, that man kick it back to defense, you know. I said,
Yeah.
Dan, you
But
will
you know,
never
Chef,
make England side.
You know, Chef. There are players in world football who they are peg-legged, but they make that peg leg look good. From your Lionel Messi, Robin, even Mike on at Inter Milan. He only had one foot. That was a right foot, right? But Wan-Bissaka, boy, is paying me. When he ball on his right foot, paying me.
Yeah, but
Don't even talk about when he ball on his left foot. Oh gosh, boy.
Yeah.
the thing is, when Valencia used to score cross with our left foot, it used to produce something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he take the one chance with it, it used to produce something. But
I'm
one
sorry,
don't have that, man.
but Dallo, right back position, safe like Selassie briefcase right now.
Yeah.
It's
Bob Marley in a
real
headlock.
safe.
With Bob Marley in a headlock.
Yeah. Shaw, well done. Shaw had a good game. Shaw had a good game. But I telling you personally, I was giving Tellers back that position next game.
Yeah, let's
And
show
rotate it.
be hungry. Let him be hungry.
Let him be hungry. Let him give because really and truly, Tellers and Dallo don't deserve to get dropped.
Nah, never do nothing wrong. To be
Them
honest,
fellas
I
have been
nothing
playing
wrong.
well. So yes, thank you. You had a good game, but you could still bench and let the competition keep on rolling. In terms of any center, Dan Eric, because Eric is my player in defense, you know. I don't care what there's nobody I am sorry could convince me it have a better center back at Manchester, including Varane.
Yeah.
Eric Bailly is a boss.
Yeah, Varane's struggling with
But
coordination
Chef,
and
I have always said since everybody was signed under Jose Mourinho, you can't tell me a better center back than everybody when he's fit. You can't.
Nah, he real good, man.
You take all the minor center backs from when we had from Jose Mourinho to now. No,
The only man could have given him competition was Rojo, man. Rojo was real good, man.
And you know what is something that goes a bit unnoticed about Eric? His passing ability. Eric has some serious range with his passing ability too, you know. Eric picking out passes.
He doesn't
we know he a little
too
crazy.
long.
He just has some crazy moments.
When he
We know he a little crazy.
He can stop the ball, take back and he back
taking them crazy, you know.
But what I like about everybody is that if a ball is coming over the top to Harry Maguire must automatically look to head the ball out. If everybody knows that there's nobody around him, you know where that ball coming?
Take it up.
Yeah.
Because there's nobody to pressure him, right?
Yeah.
Who else
Go
came in
through,
inside
go through,
today?
go-
Matic. If you don't want Matic.
Matic is a boss.
Matic to me, we talk about Matic in terms of being able to play that style of football, but I didn't see Matic struggle at no time today.
Nope.
With the pace of the game.
It's just the age, the legs. I concern about it, man.
Yeah.
But I didn't see him struggle with that today. I don't
think he could do it every game.
Of course.
Phil made a statement some months ago that we're supposed to play Matic every game till the legs fall off.
Yeah.
Frankly,
when you play FIFA, right? They got the green, orange, and red. Until Matic is in red, he is getting played. Right?
Yeah. I'm willing to play Matic 65, 70 minutes every game.
I was playing him next week.
One thing a lot of people don't realize about Matic, right? One thing a lot of people don't realize about Matic can pass the football, you know.
Yes, he can.
Yeah, what kind of Carrick finish sometimes, huh?
At times, yes. Matic had a good game. Well, Scotty, I'm tell you, boy, whatever they say to Scott today, I feel the coach just tell him, boy, go forward and do your thing.
But you know he was injured, right?
Yeah.
Scott?
They said like after
from
2 p.m. It's 2 p.m. they decide to play him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but wherever they tell him, wherever he tell him, Chet, that man come out on fire, boy.
Yeah, you're all playing.
I tell it, he could have scored a trick today.
January window coming too. Them fellas studying that players could come in. And,
Dan, let me tell you something. If them extend Ragnick, if Averell men would not be in that team ever again, eh?
Yeah.
He just itching to drop men.
I feel so.
I feel he waiting for that window to at least make.
But only what we had a recognize is you see that what a goal is due to a player confidence.
Yeah.
Right? Because that goal that came so early, you remember, which we have been struggling to score in the recent games. So the fact that we were able to get a goal and early, and not only that, it wasn't Ronaldo that scored the goal, it was another player. You know, that do a lot for the confidence of that player, and it was McTominay. And when I saw McTominay's performance today, it reminded me of the Leeds game last season. When McTominay was unplayable that game. And what happened in that game, McTominay come and score 2 goals early, and that transformed that man game. So I asked myself earlier, now we know when Ragnick or even Oli before used to deploy the McFred, you know, and then even with Carrick we realized that McTominay was always the one who would hold, probably because of his physicality. Right, and then Simeon had mentioned that in McTominay's early, formative years as a player, he was a striker.
Mm.
But every time we see McTominay play in that more advanced role, we just see a different kind of player. He just drive with the ball good, So is it now that we had to find a way, because we see when Fred play in that advanced role, you're getting a decent performance. Now, Fred was poor, recently, but Fred has been thriving in that more advanced number 8 role as well. And now we have McTominay now, given that opportunity to play in the 8, he playing real good. So I think you see that McFred combo, chances are, from what we see, and I'm not going to make no big proclamation after one game, right? But chances are what we've seen is these two players are probably better number 8s than 6s.
They are.
Probably.
Because
They are.
But they were never. Fred don't play DM for Brazil. Fred never played DM for Shakhtar.
Yes, I box the box.
Exactly.
So the point is, chances are Fred and McTominay we might actually see the best out of those players playing alongside a DM. Look at how well McTominay did alongside Matic, who was there holding. Matic know how to play that role. Fred, McTominay is more of a box to box. He will drive forward, and we saw with that kind of confidence where you're getting from McTominay.
Yeah.
Similarly for Fred, when Fred playing in that advanced position where he could hustle and run down and bother men, we seeing how Fred is actually good.
You want to know what I want to see? I want to see Matic in front of the back 4, and then in front of Matic, just Fred and Scott, no Bruno.
A 4-5-1.
I want to see
good enough.
I want to see how that will look in the midfield.
A 4-5-1 could do that.
The same way how Chef mentioned that Scott was confident today because of Nemanja Matic, I want to see that trio midfield of Scott, Fred, and Matic. And if those two, Fred and Scott, have the ability to express themselves because they are confident that Nemanja Matic can do the dirty work, I want to see that.
Yeah,
I want to see that. I think we're about to see that sooner.
But
we're going to see that sooner.
But guys, so here it is, right? So if we onto something, right? That Fred is at 8, Scott is at 8, right? And them fellas need a 6. Is it that is the end of McFred? Do you all see it as the end of McFred? When you understand how
they play, right?
These fellas, how effective these fellas looking in the advanced role. There's not the prettiest, but we seeing. I find McTominay look good today. Now, earlier, I was always putting this caveat. I ain't gonna put my head on no block for McTominay to play good again next game. Right? But every time McTominay has looked solid is when he play in that advanced role, similarly for Fred. Let me just get some comments here, right? Jody, welcome, buddy. Say no, fellas. Best night. Compliments of the season to you too.
Yeah,
You
man.
missed the last show in Destiny. Hey,
Hey,
Jerome, mom,
sorry to
dad.
hear that,
Condolences,
man.
brother.
Wow, wow.
Condolences. Sorry to hear that,
Wow.
buddy.
Yeah, boy. Sorry to hear that, buddy.
My condolences, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Who's Jerome though? We know Jerome.
I don't know.
All right. Well, it's real sorry to hear that, buddy. Real sad news, man. We Dwayne saying here, Eric have proper composure in defense. Even though he has crazy moments. Yeah, taking that
Yeah.
all day. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's some Eric, but he have a kind of composure, boy. When he had the ball
Yep.
on that
Yes,
pressure,
Eric.
he fanning,
Eric-
stepping over his
Eric-
box.
Like a
Everybody does have crazy moments. Harry Maguire does have suspect moments. There's a big difference.
Yes.
True.
Yeah.
By does play like an old footballer, like an old
That is
baller.
what he does
Yeah,
play
yeah,
like.
yeah.
Old
Yeah,
school
Match football.
That
That's
man
how
should
he
be
does.
doing some things. They used to be seeing Rio Ferdinand doing.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's true. Sylvian saying here the issue with fullbacks is the centre backs. Eric has his crazy moments and he doesn't play and always injured. Maguire is always a mess and Varane is rusty. Tellez and Dalot are not the better defensive pair to have back there given the centre backs. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
sure. Yeah.
Interesting thought there. Dwayne saying here Mourinho did say he leaves Eric and Matic. He leaves Eric and Matic.
He leaves
would
Eric
be-
and Matic would be there for a while, Dalo as well. All right.
Okay.
I guess when he leaves that,
Oh, okay,
Eric
okay.
Matic and Dalo will be there.
Right. Anderson saying it seems all the midfielders want to play the advanced role. Yeah, because we don't have
We don't have
defensive
a DM.
midfielders.
We
We
don't
don't
have,
have
and
that.
this is what
Yeah.
men not understanding. You see what he just said there is what we've been saying, that we have been trying to play men out of position. Those are
Make
not
sure.
those are not those fellas' natural positions. There are players who skillful enough that you could put them, no matter where you put them, they're going to shine. But those are not those fellas. And you know what is the main point that we get from today's game? That how much different attacking wise players could look if we have a proper defensive midfielder there. We lose a lot in attack when we have to study McFred protecting the centre backs. But when we have a proper defensive a midfield could be a midfield.
But you know that McFred was to protect Maguire.
Maguire. Yeah,
Of course.
he's strictly for Maguire.
Of
Yeah,
course,
that's
it's
true.
Maguire.
Because you see this?
If McFred's supposed to protect Maguire, who protecting McFred?
Yeah.
But that's the thing. That's why we had so much problems in the team, man.
Yeah.
We had no balance. We don't have proper balance in the team.
Dwayne saying here, what I'm also happy about is that Bruno contract ain't extended under Oli because his salary would have raised and his dip form massively. Alright, now he has to work very hard to get that extension. I hope so because we just give out extension like that, eh?
Yeah,
Phil Jones
like-
get extension, you know, Dwayne. Phil
like-
Jones get extension, you know.
Yeah.
Alright. Kurt saying how Pogba fit. Nico, there's one for you.
Easy.
How Pogba fit.
Yeah, easy, boy. That's ask
Easy.
Pogba Fetty walking back into that team.
You forget
Easy.
Pogba is,
And here what? I think even with Pogba in the team, Bruno would start to look better. Because you saw the best of Bruno when Pogba was in that midfield. And without Pogba in that midfield, Bruno has been struggling. So
Two of them feed
Complement each other
well
well.
off each other.
yeah,
Yeah.
I tell
But they
people play Bruno in the 8 and play Pogba in the 10.
that's why I was saying Bruno.
Yeah.
Bruno is at number 8 now.
yeah,
That's
Man
why-
of the tattoo all on
but
the
you all
hand.
realize-
everything.
yes.
You all realize managers before wasn't doing that, right? They was playing it back to front. Play Pogba in the 10.
Correct.
Yeah, playing foot up. Or they could even do that same formation, a
Same
4-5-1 or something like that. Like how we talk about playing Scott and Fred. You get a DM and you play two of them in
Yeah.
that same
Yeah.
position.
yeah.
And that will solve the problem there because
We-
they are better
Manchester-
quality players
Manchester-
than Fred and Scott.
Manchester have to be eyeing down a couple of defense, and I don't want. I ain't say a box to box. I ain't saying nothing. A
yeah, we want.
defensive midfielder.
And look how long we talking about this. Since last season, we talking about a DM.
Yeah, it's true. Kurt saying here, who from the academy could be Matic protege, Galbraith, Ghana, Levitt, all the fellas.
They ain't ready yet.
Fellas, young
I think we had to go to
skinny.
market. We had to go to market.
Had to go to the market.
But those fellas have a lot of good
Yeah.
potential. Though.
Even if we don't get a CDM, right? If we could get a player that's in the mold of like an Ander Herrera, I take that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a ball winner or something.
Yeah.
That's a ball
We need a
winner.
ball
I
winner.
think we need a specialist CDN. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think we should go back experimenting with any player who we feel could play that role.
Nah, we experiment too much with that
Especially-
position, man.
Especially with Maguire in the back there because it looked like he's not getting dropped anytime.
And to me, we
Nah,
need
he'll
to-
get dropped, you know. That man will get dropped.
We saw, let's say like
Them
I
keep
hear
on
Toure
playing
kind of player. Yeah,
But
that
yeah, Toure was not DM.
But yeah,
Nah,
I
he
thought it
was-
wasn't a DM,
he
you know.
was
Yeah,
like
I
a
thought it was
box
a
to
box.
box.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
it
it's a box, a box.
But he could have break up
Yeah,
his
Toure was a midfielder that made every position look good.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something with that Yaya Toure thing.
CM well, CAM well. The man play every position on the field great.
Yaya
what
Toure,
Pogba's supposed to
Yaya
do.
we need
Toure
a
was
player
more.
with physicality.
Yaya Toure was more at DM at Barca. In
Yeah.
England, he was a all wrong box to box.
Yeah,
He never, boy, when that man was at Barca, he could have barely crossed that half line. Is in England, he turned so attacking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everson asking here. Well. Not just saying, tell them Nico, specialist midfielder. We need a specialist midfielder, right? But Everson asking here, and this to the panel, right? Who are the DM you all feel will fit in?
Well, Dennis Zakaria gonna be
And
free.
he's free. He will be free in the
free.
summer.
Yeah.
Basuma
Why we not looking
could also play that role as well.
And then we talk about NDD at a point in time.
I
think
find
NDD kind of
NDD
fall
does
off.
look like he's lacking something, man.
Yeah, like food, but
Who's
I
that?
don't know, look like food.
Like NDD. He look like he can't pass the ball good on.
He real
something
off
like
at times then.
Yeah.
That money, the one for Rice, where Sam
Rice.
Yeah, but Rice
I
bad.
like Rice. I like Rice.
Rice is
Rice-
very
I
bad.
like Rice. I feel
Rice
Rice
is a
could fit
very
perfect
good
in.
100 million for Rice.
Yeah.
I feel Rice could fit perfect, and I watching Rice.
Rice
while
is
now.
very good. I
And he
watch
good on the
Rice
ball too, you
play.
know.
Rice
Yeah.
Good on the ball too, you know.
turning
Nico.
normal.
Nico. He good on the ball, you know.
I tell you,
Right.
what's bad?
No, Rice
When you
good,
was
you
talking
know.
about Wan
I just
Bissaka,
like, wow.
I was telling you about the guy from
Pereira.
Ricardo Pereira. All right, I just
Coming from Leicester, yeah.
Yeah,
Pereira
from
better going forward than him for
by
sure.
far and by far.
Yeah.
That could,
Before we-
sorry, yeah.
Before
Well,
we just continue, right?
Yeah.
Jody, message me concerning Jerome after the show now, right? Because there's a guy we play football with, right? Sorry, Phil.
Now, I was saying that Declan Rice reminds me of a shorter version of Michael Carrick. Good on the ball, but he's more of an aggressive ball winning midfielder. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. Carrick could win the ball, but when Declan Rice wins that ball, he's looking to transition that football.
Yeah, one
And
time.
not only that, Phil, he good in possession because I watch him a
Yeah,
couple
he is.
games.
He's good with the ball.
He confident in
He
possession.
Nico, he
He good with
decent,
the
you know.
ball
All
on his
right,
feet.
all right. Not my cup of tea, but all right, all
Yeah.
right.
But-
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with Rice. I just find that 100 million for Rice
Yeah, that's
And you know what, James
Yeah,
Card
man's not free.
is the Maguire money. James Card, you know.
Yeah.
No, but
But look,
Basuma
for
does do the
English
same
players.
thing Rice
They're
doing,
going
right?
for them English players.
Basuma doing the same thing Rice doing.
Tielemans is a DM?
Nah, he's
Tielemans
more
is
like a
better
center
DM.
He's
midfielder.
a CM, yeah, I remember, yeah.
He's a CM.
We ain't need more of them, trust me.
Nah,
No,
yeah,
we,
unless
don't need,
Pogba
we
leaves.
definitely don't need no more.
Unless Pogba goes.
Ever since saying here, fellas, them players are playing for way lesser teams than United. When them come here, lights very brightly one. Maybe Rice could be a fit. Yeah, but I just
Man.
always say some men they're just waiting for that step up. Some men
Look what
just-
Kante was playing
So
last
I
time.
could call a few names who were playing for lesser teams that shun at bigger teams. N'Golo Kante,
Yeah,
Virgil van Dijk,
Yep.
of course.
Andy Robertson,
Yep.
and the
Yeah.
list goes on.
And
Okay,
watch
so,
me, I'll do a vintage one too. Dwight York. Alright?
Yeah.
yeah.
Lego FC.
Yeah.
Even
So
Rio
Everson-
Ferdinand.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
so
I
Everson,
mean,
the history don't really support your point there, buddy. You know.
yeah.
People like to say that that point, but as you rightfully say, history don't support that point. No, most times when men get an opportunity to step up to a bigger team, they just come because you know what? They have something to prove.
Yeah. And
Especially
I think most times what has happened is the big names who just come, there's more tend to disappoint. You know?
Yep,
Yeah, exactly.
yep.
So
It's only Harry Maguire.
Yeah, gotcha.
but
but
yeah, we're going
but you
on.
know most of
That
the
man get me
DMs,
so sick today.
most of the DMs are really from Africa.
Yeah.
Is mostly Africans and Afghan coming up, so we had to watch that window too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Calvin Phillips as well too. Man.
Yeah, he's our next decent one.
yeah, he nice. He nice.
But I feel Rice will be
Rice is the man, but
yeah, I feel Rice is the man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, let me see.
He has the make of a Manchester player.
yes,
I
he does.
feel so. I feel
And
so.
that's what Ole was waiting on, but it ran out on him.
I may think a little bit too old school, right? But I want a DM that if opposition players look to approach this guy, they can think twice about running at him. They gotta pass back the football.
Exactly.
Or they
Who's
gotta
that
pass
by?
inside.
Who's that by? Who's that by?
What's
Yes,
that? I have a
yes,
player.
superhero.
I have a player, but I know we win game. You see Goretzka from Bayern Munich? You see?
Who?
Yeah.
Goretzka from Bayern Munich.
Dan,
Yeah.
you just call Loki one of the top 10 players in the world right now.
Yeah.
That man
Casemiro,
is very
I was
bad.
thinking.
What's his name? You said Nico?
I was
Goretzka.
thinking,
Goretzka,
I was thinking
And here's the thing.
Casemiro.
he is an old school player that, boy, you
old
put that man
school.
in any position, he look good.
Yeah, and he had the physicality too. Nobody
Yeah.
run past me.
Bayern
Yeah,
not
Casemiro.
selling
That
that.
kind of DM I want. That kind
Bayern
of
is
Casemiro,
selling
I
the
was thinking.
Estal.
yeah.
When last you
Yeah,
hear
but-
Bayern Munich sell a player?
Then it's a real players out there I was thinking, but they're too expensive and the teams.
Yeah.
The Casemiro, I was thinking Casemiro.
That is the boss. That is
You
the
see,
blueprint.
This player from PSG too. He does play centre back, but he could play defensive
Marquinhos.
midfield.
That's the back fella.
Yeah, Marquinhos.
If you go back,
Marquinhos
if you go back, if you go
players.
back to Real Madrid, right? Real Madrid don't play the number 10, you know. Toni Kroos, when he was at Bayern Munich, always played deep.
No.
Modric, when he was at Tottenham, always played deep. But you see those two guys playing as an 8 with Casemiro because they trust Casemiro.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
They had to spend about 500 million to get Casemiro.
Man,
In
there is
Spain,
no
really
Madrid,
slow.
Madrid and Lionel
no
go?
team,
Nah.
especially Real Madrid, selling Cas. Them kind of players, they don't say every player have the price, but a player like him, it have no
Nah.
price for him.
You finishing up, he'll leave there when he is about 34.
Simeon saying here,
Yeah.
Rangnick ain't gonna spend
And you
crazy
come
money
United
on
for a big
Rice.
payday.
Yeah.
He gonna search Europe and get discount price for someone doing the same job. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I-
that's
I-
Rangnick. I will
He
Rangnick
accustomed
known
to
for.
hard workers, you know.
Yeah.
The players we linked with, like
Expensive.
is hard workers, right? But African players again, and then leaving to go
Yeah.
Africa.
And that was one of the reasons why Fergie he never really used to sign them kind of African players for that reason.
Not
Because
only-
one of the
not
most
only
important parts
Fergie,
of the
you know,
season.
Quite a few managers
Yeah.
that have a
but-
problem with that.
But the thing about it is, I can remember when, I think for a season, maybe the last African Cup of Nations, they had it during the summer.
Yeah, but
Right?
they change it back. Yeah,
But they change it back.
That was
Why?
like last-
That's only working
last 2
against
seasons
African
ago.
players.
Yeah.
That's only
Last 2
working
seasons
against
ago.
African players.
Yeah.
You bring
I
it
think
to
they
January
changed it back
to do
because of how World Cup is.
Let's
Nah,
Salah.
nah.
Let's Salah and Mane go now, man.
Yeah,
Let
man.
Liverpool lose a set of points.
Let Liverpool get some licks now, man.
But
And
fellas,
I want them reach the final to meet each other too.
so
was
you understand,
fun.
fellas. So earlier we've been talking about this particular individual. And even before recording, we was talking about it, right? Earlier, what really going on with Donny van der Beek? Because I mean, we see Ragnick come in. Ragnick, you know, the promise of a new manager is to give everybody opportunities. Now we know it has some players who are not going to get the opportunities simply because it have circumstances surrounding their tenure at the club right now. For instance, Jesse Lingard. You know, Jesse Lingard play until he sign on the dotted line, or he going, right? But Donny van de Beek, you know, before when Ollie was here, it was reported that Donny van de Beek was unhappy. He wanted to leave. Then it had a report saying that you know, Ragnick tell him to stay because I like you get chances. But since Ragnick here, Ollie, we ain't really seeing Donny van de Beek. Ollie, what really good?
Dan, I don't know what that boy had to listen. Now, often enough, the talk is you pick players based on what the manager see in training. This is the second manager Donny play under. What the hell them seen in training so that this you can't get picked, boy?
Nothing, boy.
I feel like waiting on Ten Hag to come to play him, man. Because oh god, this man,
Dan.
I don't feel he good enough, man.
But how
I
we
just
could
look
say
better.
that?
Yeah, but it's something in training that's seeing that why they're not picking him.
You can't
But
only watch. You can't only watch. You gotta see what these guys play on the field. Lion,
Maybe
Lion.
physicality,
If you are
something-
Lion,
something
if you are the
right.
manager, Lion, if you are the manager of Manchester United during the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer time, and you seeing what Harry Maguire do, he gonna get dropped.
Of
He gonna
course.
get dropped.
But if you see a man doing nonsense in training, you will pick him?
Yeah, you can't pick
So
Maguire.
you're saying
it can't
Harry
get
Maguire
worse. It
does
can't
look
get
good in
worse.
training?
He probably
Maguire
does.
does look good in
But-
training. Maguire does look
but-
good in training.
Maguire?
This
You
last
telling me
year,
Maguire
good
does
at
switch
training?
that on and off, so?
Ragnick
I
had,
feel
Maguire is a shit on anyhow.
Ragnick had no choice but to pick Maguire,
He had
Right?
no choice.
especially today, right? Varane not fit, Lindelof out with COVID. He had to pick Maguire.
I'm not buying this whole thing about it depends on whether look good in training, because as I asked Nico before the podcast started, what does look good in training mean? Right? At the end of the day, I want to see how these guys are performing on the field, right? Because
Yeah.
what you apply, what you do in training, will you apply that on the playing field? And I don't think
Yes.
some of the players are doing that.
Yes.
Yeah, but you
that's
just
what
you
it
just contradict yourself there.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
contradict
what do you mean?
yourself there.
You're playing set plays, you have plays, you have. So how you think that is do the formations? How you think they implement stuff?
Lion, in my opinion, everybody looks good in training.
No,
Nah,
no,
no,
Oh, come on, man.
Fellas,
You
no,
don't think
no,
you look good in training?
nope.
How is someone is a professional
Nah,
footballer and you not
everybody
look good in
does
training?
Nah,
How you
bro.
could be a
Look good in
professional
training.
footballer and not look good in training?
But
Come
what-
real,
Dan,
man. Don't try to
Dan.
back up that.
All right, all right.
You
Let me
trying to tell me
tell you
that
now,
you trying to tell me that
tell you
Harry Maguire looks better in training than everybody?
What you
Point,
mean?
very good, very good, very
Why
good,
you can't
very good,
very good.
very good.
That's a
Because
good
at the end of the day,
point. Good
we just
point.
we just see what happening on the match on the match day, and everybody here saying everybody's supposed to be starting ahead of Maguire, but yet Maguire playing every game. So the question valid, Ian.
Yeah, but then-
Maguire
but
better
then-
than Maguire in training.
But then Bai have a lot of injuries. Bai always getting injured. He always getting
Exactly.
this, and you have to play him back into the
Sometimes
team.
Every time Bailly play is let me just say, as good as he's and as much as we like him, he's have mistakes in his game and we just see it, right? We just say,
But more than Maguire?
Yeah, nah, no more than Maguire. But what I'm saying is, we just
But
say,
look at him
we just
today.
say that this man need a bush bat, like we're going out by, you know, because we want him to play, and for some reason something that's happened, right?
Alright, but my
here
point,
what-
alright.
but right, so here we're talking about in training, right? I am, let me say, Fred. I am McTominay in training, and I bullying Donny van de Beek off the ball every time. Every time Donny van de Beek get the ball is a one touch, he creating nothing. Who the coach can and play?
But let me
I
ask you
think,
something,
I
Nico.
think, I honestly
have
think
no
with
other
Eric
choice.
is the only thing really keeping Eric out of this side is the fitness.
But
Yeah.
That is
let
the
me
only thing.
And
just
Maguire
pose this.
consistently fit.
Let me just
Maguire
pose this, right?
consistently fit.
Right. No, let me just pose this, right, Nico? No.
Yeah.
All right, so let me just say Van de Beek, not good enough.
Right.
Then why it is you're making the bench? To make the bench, you had to be good enough.
No.
Right.
All right.
No, hear me out. To make
Yeah,
the bench on
Yeah,
a team,
yeah.
you had to be good enough.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my point is
Necessarily.
this, right? My point is this.
Mhm.
Week in, week out, we see, and now remember, we just kind of probably unearthed, I thought that probably, Fred and McTominay being played in the wrong position, that's why we're not seeing the best out of them, right? But they have been playing in a system where they have been looking suspect for quite some time.
Yeah. Well, I was just
The point I'm making is, and Phil draw the example last show we do. Fred and McTominay been bad 1 game, 2 game, 3 game, 4 game, 5 game. How it is? These guys could be bad for so long, and Donny
And
can't
still get chances.
Because
can't
they're
get
still
good run
looking
game.
better than Van de Beek in training. Reem,
nah. I can't buy that game. Let me pause the scenario. Let me pause the scenario. Let me pause the scenario.
Only be training.
Let
You
me
know
pause
how to
the
be,
scenario.
and I don't agree with that. I don't want to be good to be on the bench, because you could be on the
Let
bench
me pause the
and not
scenario.
get no sweat.
Which can kind of replicate what Reem said. You got 5 fixtures coming up. That means there are about minimum 5 training sessions. All right. So let's say Fred and Scott look good in all of the 5 training sessions, but they play piss poor in these 5 matches. What's your next option? It has to be Donny van de Beek.
Well, hear what?
be.
So hear what? So
They
So
put trust
after the
in.
5 games I was piss poor, right? I asked the coach Donny. I said, Donny, here what's going on, You have a chance to stake a claim in this team because you see these fellas has been poor for the last 5 games. Prove to me in this training session that they deserve to play. And in that training session, rubbish. What you want me to do? Go and play him? Because
Yes!
we have to, no.
No,
Yes!
man. Can't play
Yeah, but
that.
I find it's so easy for us to just say rubbish, right?
Yes, agreed.
He must be playing rubbish. He must be playing
something more. It has something more. It's too easy for us to just
Nah,
say
it
not
has
good in
nothing more.
training.
I honestly think it's a more to
Randy
this
Cohen
thing that
has-
we
You know
don't.
who's the perfect? You know who's the
Randy
perfect
Cohen
example
clean
of a
slate,
player?
I can't allow that.
You know who's the perfect example of a player who always gives 30 to 40% in training, but gives 100% on the pitch? Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Zlatan does nothing in training.
Because that has
Yeah.
proven.
Yeah, but Zlatan proven long time. You can't compare.
But Donny van de Beek was a nominee for Ballon d'Or, Lion.
Come on. Here what?
Come on, man.
I mean, come on.
No, but
On that axe.
Dalo.
But is that-
Dalo.
Wait, it don't matter what team. It don't matter what team Donny van de Beek. He was a nominee for Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, but you
Well,
come to England now and you come at Manchester United, that different kettle of fish.
Yeah.
Not everybody could make it at United.
But
Dalo
Mark,
take his
let me be
chance.
real. Has
Dalo
Donny
went in there with a clean
let's be
slate
real.
and took
Has
his
Donny
chance.
really gotten an opportunity to prove himself?
No.
He ain't got no
No.
big opportunity.
So how
And
Dalo
what we're saying-
He has
how
not
Dalo
gotten an opportunity.
How Dalo started? How
You
It's a
Dalo
can't
other
say
man-
you
it's
cannot
a
say
other
you
man
play a
taking
boy.
the chances.
You can't say you play a boy 1 game. He
Exactly.
look okay. You drop him next game,
Next 5
and
games
you
you're
might
playing.
play him 10 games down. How is a player
Exactly.
supposed to get
Exactly.
into
I can show you. I can show you. I can show you how bad. I can show you how
Nah,
bad.
man, I'm not taking
I can
that.
show you how bad we're treating Donny van de Beek. Donny van de Beek could give a 10 out of 10 performance in 1 game,
Which
or
we have seen.
He could give.
I have
a-
never
What's that
seen
out
that.
of 10?
Wait. I can say Donny, or not 10 out of 10. That's exaggerated. Let me say Donny van de Beek
Yeah,
gives
man.
7.5. A 7.5 close to 8 out of 10 in a game. Let's take another game and Donny van de Beek gives a 2 out of 10. It doesn't matter what performance Donny van de Beek gives. He's on the bench the next
Yeah, he
game.
getting dropped.
No,
Let me just add this
But
next
you
thing,
still
right?
going to
On
that.
that Oli. That was
You
on
know
We
how
have
Jimmy Real
seen
play?
games. We have
You see
seen
that
games where
Leipzig
Donny
game when
play.
he come, when
Donny
he
had
play?
good games. And the next game they drop
He
him.
get drop him.
Drop him.
That was
No,
saying.
but let me
That
see
was on
Ragnick.
that
What
Oli.
Ragnick do
Totally
it?
do any
Ragnick
boy
work.
that.
That Oli. And because what we talking about now is a clean slate, you know? That what we talking
Ragnick
about
not
now.
rich.
I
Let
don't
me
fit
see
on
if
no clean
Ragnick
slate
will
with
get
Ragnick
match
now.
up.
I don't fit on no clean slate with Ragnick now.
but how Dalo playing?
It have a clean
How
slate,
Dalo
and he
play?
dropped
Also,
Rashford.
so they have a clean slate for Dalo, but they don't have a clean slate for Donny.
That was
No,
it.
let me
How
see. Let me
Teles
see what
play.
happen.
How Teles
The
play,
man not rich.
right? If
Ragnick
Yeah,
not
yeah.
rich.
So Luke Shaw, let's be real. Luke Shaw had a concussion and Aaron Wan-Bissaka had COVID. So that's kind of
But
the
he took
reason
his
why.
chance, but Teles took his chance, right?
Teles
Similar.
took his chance. Dalo took his chance.
But
With
what
Dalo-
chance?
I don't
What
think
chance?
so.
What
Dalo was
chance?
saying,
Right,
Dalo
but what
was
chance?
saying, right? Dalo was saying that he would have been proving himself in training, right? He said he was doing well and he was
Yeah.
keeping himself fit.
Yep.
He would have said that when he got his chance, he
And take
took
that
his
chance.
chance. Van der Beek got his chance in the
But
Champions League. And what he
I
did?
don't remember.
Gosh, Nico, really? You
Yes.
play Van de Beek with Mata in midfield.
I don't care. But
True.
Nah, man, you're being ridiculous.
You might get a chance in the
Listen,
first game against Young Boys.
That-
You
That
all
is
can
the-
remember.
But it was an unfortunate incident.
All I can remember the first game in pre-season when Donny van de Beek and Matic playing in midfield and everybody calling for the first game against Leeds. We want Matic and Donny van de Beek to start. And you know who come and start? And I mean, the first game against Leeds was a good game. We beat Leeds off the park. But everybody was calling for Donny and Matic. Donny never get a game.
Donny
So
never
point
get
I'm
a
making-
game.
I don't think
making-
Ole like him, did like him.
Boy, Ole's a M's boy.
I don't think so. But
I can't even believe we're still talking about Ole.
as I say,
That clown.
we can see what Ragnick will do with him. We had to wait and see.
I find it so unfair that we actually talking about he out in January and he not good enough. How we could say that if the man don't play?
I didn't say not good enough. I say probably.
No, you are not you. But
No,
actually, you
I didn't
did
say
say that.
I didn't
You
say
did
that.
say that.
Yeah, you
I
did
say
say that,
probably not.
right?
I say probably not good enough.
Oh,
right,
he's
yeah.
probably not good enough.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Yeah.
I never say not good
What
enough.
kind of politics thing you want to hit
Yeah.
me this hour?
But
He has never done anything
is
to
just
impress me.
But the man ain't doing nothing.
But he has never impressed me.
Nico, come
Dan,
down, man. You're being
I-
real brutal. You're being real
Something
brutal.
ought to be going on in trade.
I'm being brutal
Because
because I
all
didn't
the players can't be coming and
done
getting play
anything,
before you.
right?
No,
Dan,
if you watch
I
it, right?
I
If
just
you-
don't
no.
get that, boy. That's
Because
so much
this
meant to
game-
be.
This
Every
game today
game-
was supposed to be the game he started.
I personally find Donny van de Beek football IQ higher than half of that team.
And I'm not saying no. But when you come on, you have to show that. You had,
Well,
because I was
but-
expecting.
all right,
But
but
Nico, when you
but
just
Nico-
when you
Nico, you expect me man to make a difference in 5 minutes?
Nicole, you're wicked
What
hour.
I'm saying is
5
Donny
minutes.
van de Beek has
Christmas, you know.
gotten games. Donny van de Beek have gotten games, and every time he came on,
Something
right,
up there.
he threw the ball. Last thing the ball, he touching it quick and he running like he hiding
Nico,
from the ball.
Nicole,
Nah,
you
he
want that?
didn't.
Nicole,
He
you want
didn't.
that man get into form when you're putting him on for the last 10 minutes of a game?
You have
Exactly.
to grab the game by the scruff of the neck, right? As
What?
a Manchester United player.
Nicole, all you mix with Satan, you that Grinch.
Nah.
No, but
Yes, that
you see,
Grinch. Yes, that Grinch.
you know what game I see?
That Christmas tree behind you will light a fire just now. Yes, that Grinch. All you wicked boy.
Hey, what you mean,
Nicole,
chef?
what the man get into form, play 5 and 10 minutes, you know.
That game he played, I think it's against Leipzig. He did play, he really played that game. I ain't gonna lie.
And he get dropped next game.
What
And
happened to
after,
give up?
that, and after that, that was it. And then
Get
when he
dropped.
coming,
It's confidence.
when he
Remember them
coming
fellas,
on,
confidence players too.
when he coming on now, it look
Yeah,
like
but-
he just don't want to do nothing wrong. So that probably work
You know what
against
that
him.
is?
Right?
That you're
Yeah, we
afraid.
play-
Confidence.
Yeah.
Confidence.
That confidence.
That's what I'm saying. You prefer
And
Manchester
this is what I'm saying, that these
Nah,
managers
Nico,
and them,
Nico,
Ole wreck that youth. Ole
Nico,
wreck that youth.
Yeah,
Confidence.
that play for Manchester United thing.
You have to be stronger than that.
Oh,
You have to be
gosh,
stronger than that.
Alright.
Ole
Let me
do
get some
something.
comments,
That's
guys.
different animal.
Let me get some comments.
Different
Let me get
animal.
some- Let me get some
Anyway, go
comments here, fellas. Let me hear the comment section saying about this, right? I wasn't saying, fellas, you all gotta remember there's plenty politics in football. Harry is an English in it. International, playing for a flagship English club. His pick is a Moss.
I didn't think so.
I don't think. I'm saying it now. Harry Maguire, if he continues this form, is getting dropped
Yeah.
once them other centre backs fully fit. Watch and see something. That politics thing, hey, if you're not good enough, you're getting dropped.
Nah, but that's a good point, Chef. I think under Ragnick, that whole thing can change.
Correct.
But
Yeah,
Everson,
Ragnick is a German.
But Everson make a point
No,
with a real politics
His
in the
point
football,
is
right?
correct. No denying he had, that's a damn good point, you know. But I'm just saying, you see, under Ole, I would have taken that, yeah, he's the captain of England, with he clung himself and all that. But under Ragnick,
Captain of
them
England.
Germans are going through that.
Are you kidding?
Dwayne-
Captain?
Maguire's not even captain of England, so he could
Dwayne
get dropped
saying-
anything.
Dwayne saying here, thing is, Ralph said with his own mouth when he came, he had discussions with Ollie, and Ollie told him that Fred is a very good lad and is special. In my opinion, Donny is way better than Fred. So something going on with Donny apart from training, we don't know.
And he can't do what Fred does, though, man.
Dave
Got that
Dennis,
energy.
thanks for joining, but he's saying Donny has never gotten a fair run of games. It's always play one game, bench four, and that's what we're saying. Nigel saying Reem.
I feel listening to that charity thing, yes.
Um,
Anyway, go ahead.
I'd have where's that
Hey,
first word?
this Nico wicked.
I would have something,
He won
but
that,
he has
that's
started. Okay.
He wonder if he make a
Van
type.
de
He
Beek has
wonder.
I wonder. Has started.
Okay.
He wants to go recently. That's why, or probably because Ragnick and
You blame him?
to leave.
You blame him?
Exactly. Kurt saying
No, I
on
don't
the
think
street.
he say he wants to leave.
The only person who know what's going on is Nico.
Nobody.
If Donny gets a run,
Nobody.
six subs at an average 5 per minimum. This is
Thank
madness.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And all they want that boy be informed.
Exactly.
But he had to earn that boy. You have to earn that boy.
So, Maguire, all right, look at this comment. We play McFred and Maguire into form. And straight out of form.
Yeah.
But they played before, yeah.
That's
We
different. That's different.
I still on that, Oli.
Jesus saying, Nico, take a look at Ajax and think Donny van de Beek was walking into that side, but we can't give this dude a run. Yeah,
You know what's the worst? You know what's the funny part? Nico was talking about that's Ajax. You know what's the funny part? All Man United fans want the manager from Ajax.
We want
but
not only the manager, we want the whole,
also.
we want the executive because we want Van der Sar come too.
Yeah.
Correct.
They also have to have a caliber of players around Donny to see his intelligence.
Yeah, but Lion,
can't-
that is what Reem
No.
said. Because
Right.
we put Donny van de Beek in the
Yes.
Champions League with Lingard and Mata, guys whose mind is not even on Manchester United, and we expect
Right.
Donny van de Beek to pull weeds out of the ground.
Yeah, man.
Right,
Wickedness. Ragnick wicked.
Phil, in that sense.
The day Van der Beek started perform for this team, I didn't know why I was, and I apologize to everybody. But until then, he ain't doing nothing to deserve to play
That is
any
why.
game for Manchester United.
We have players of good caliber, yes, but some of the midfielders would not be on the same wavelength with Donny. If he's so intelligent, so he would not look good, right? Because if he looking for a 1-2, a lot of the players don't look for no 1-2. A man looking to pass the ball back to Maguire, Donny running so, and it happened many times. Donny looking for a 1-2, he go on so, and a man turn and pass the ball elsewhere.
Well,
So
let Donny go through the same, I guess, pain that Bruno goes through because Bruno's IQ is higher than Fred and Scott.
Let me buy Ajax team and done. Let him start.
Reem, go through them comments and them. Go through them comments and them. Everybody, Nico is a wicked man.
Nico, wicked boy.
Ray Rabla said here, watch and see Hannibal come and get more game.
Of course.
Donny.
Of course.
He come from the academy, you get more game.
Look, Nico, you're going clear. Nico, you slap Jesus with her slippers. I'm telling you, Nico is a wicked man.
Hey,
a man's fellow.
The man wicked tonight, boy.
5 or 6 substitution appearance, 5 minutes, But Nico, what the man grab the game by the scruff of the neck.
What's that?
Nico,
Not unjust, boy.
Nico one dinosaur blood, yes.
I want to run the game that game.
Nico look like he gave children and them.
I want to eat all my words, eh?
Nico look like he give rap a concrete block for each children and them and get them in for Christmas and tell them here what. And when they unwrap it and they see a block, they say, right, your job now is to turn that into a diamond. A concrete block,
Turn it into a hole.
Or a PlayStation box with bricks in it.
Ranick will give him his chance. I want to give him his chance.
Yeah, but by the time Nico,
here and say something different.
Yeah, but Nico, by the time Ragnar give the man chance, the man confidence in the ground on the ground, dog. It's ridiculous.
So then we're telling me. So then he
It's
should be at
ridiculous.
all.
No,
So
but
then
the
he shouldn't
point
be
is,
at all.
the point is, look, the reason why we
He
talking
had to
about it
build
is,
his confidence.
yeah, but
he got a
build
chance
confidence
next
playing
game,
time.
And how he does build confidence?
But here's
Play
confidence by
football.
doing things
Here's the
right in
problem, right?
training.
Because I don't want Donny Van de Beek get a chance. I want Donny Van de Beek get chances because
And run, that's what we're saying. We don't want the boy to get one game.
2 games in a row.
Let me see if it has some rotation
Yeah,
because
deserve that
after
game.
Radnick, this is what Radnick 5th game, right?
Yeah.
Pogba coming back
So-
soon, right? So he can
Normally
get pushed with that
at the 5th
one
game,
down
he
the
did-
other. He might
Pogba
good
come
coaches and start to rotate.
Pogba back?
Pogba
Next
coming
year.
back
He's
soon.
coming back soon.
Next year.
February,
Month
I
10.
think I say February.
Next
February.
month.
Nah.
Next month 10. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So guys, let me just get this comment and let me wrap it, right? Could on another note, what do you think about your boy Master?
Come Kurt,
Yeah. We
you
talk
don't
about that
read
last segment.
Good,
We're not
don't
going
say
down that road.
Good,
Next.
don't start that.
You don't read news, the
Next.
man want to leave.
No.
Then bust out.
If Kurt wants to know what Reem think,
Go back to the
on
previous
YouTube
episode.
and watch the last thing. We're not going through that tonight.
Oh, we gonna send
We're
it now, man.
not taking Prime Minister Reem tonight on that at all.
You get up on the platform last week.
Nah, not
I
tonight.
believe that.
Nico done beat me all how with the wicked self. Now you want to Reem in that? Nah. Not tonight.
Going on the platform. reading it.
Next.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'll let my mind tears today, we. So guys, Wolves on Monday. Let me look at Wolves. You know where your thoughts are. We're gonna see any more rotation.
That's a good game, man.
Yeah,
we are tough, man.
A very testing game.
Thank God, oily muscles man form because he a very hard time.
But Jimenez get 4, man.
Yeah, he
Oh
catch
gosh,
he
man.
catch
I don't want to see him against Maguire. So Maguire don't win that.
That's the problem.
Or we could control that game. I mean, I guess we
centre backs, but
have a little more confidence going into that game. So
See Wolves. You see Wolves midfield.
Yeah.
Wolves have a nice midfield.
Martinho and them fellas and
Then Dunker, Joe Martinho, and somebody else.
Neves.
Neves.
Yeah, Ruben Neves. Yeah.
Neves. And then
And
and
that's
then
some
they have
solid-
ties. Wolves is
that's
a
some-
decent team. They're looking a lot better this season.
Centre-backs too. Yeah.
So let me factor it in the closing thoughts now. So let me get closing thoughts, factor in the Wolves game, and let's wrap it. Chef?
It's gonna be a good game. That is going to be a very testing game, actually. Hopefully, we see what we saw for the most part in the first half. Jared, I want more team play. I want more team involvement. I want us put away our chances. Ronaldo had an off day today. That ain't gonna be often. Imagine he had an off day, but he still scored. So we just had to play as a team. We're supposed to still beat Wolves and get them 3 points. So yeah.
Lion?
Yeah, like Chef say, I think we'll go into this game with more confidence. Just hope we take some of the good values that came out of this game and implement it into that game. I would say another 3-1 victory. Yeah.
Nice. Phil.
Yeah, you keep it short, man. We end 2021 on a high. Let me start 2022 on a high again.
Yeah. Nicole, before I come to you, let me just get this comment here from Kurt and Jesus, right? Kurt saying that Wolves game going to be open. We need to dominate the midfield because they would be coming hard. Yeah. Jesus saying Wolves will be a good test to see if Ralph's tactics are running mids and good defense. Let's go out hard and get the much needed 3 points. Yeah.
For that game, for me, definitely, I think Bruno Fernandes will be coming back into the team. And it could also be a gauge or a meter, right? To see if he is, or the form he is in is part of our problems and our issues. because you see how much times he would have lost the ball, and Rashford might come back in too. So you see how much times he would have lost the balls against Newcastle, right? And you would have seen what happened today, right? We home again against Wolves. So, we would be expecting to see a better performance, right? Let me say if Yannick saying Rashford and Bruno are his first team players or part of his first 11, then the performance supposed to be a better performance than today, as much as we will be playing a better side in Wolves. But in terms of the loss of the possession that we had against Newcastle, right, we shouldn't see that in that game, and that would be a gauge to know if, maybe Bruno really need a rest, Rashford really need a rest, and to play maybe similar to what we did today. So that is something I'll be looking at. Again, I could only see 3 points. I could only see 3 points playing at home. 75,000 fans behind you. And I think on that, Nick, I think we would build a fortress at home. And I continue to see that happen at the weekend. Yeah.
Yeah. And interesting you mentioned Rashford and Bruno, because in the past, every time the both of them get dropped, when they come on, there is come with a kind of impetus, So I mean, I don't know if we're gonna see that, but I could tell you for sure they're going to start against Wolves.
Now remember, Bruno didn't get dropped today.
Rashford have a question mark. Rashford have a question mark over Rashford.
I figure how Ragnick talked about Bruno and Rashford today, especially when he referred to Rashford, he used the term Rashi, right? He coming back in that team, right? He coming back in that team, and it's true, Chef.
Dan, I can't start Rashford over Cavani,
No, Cavani again drop. Cavani not going to
So
drop.
we man drop Sancho?
Greenwood.
Sancho or Greenwood get dropped.
Greenwood.
Yeah.
Had to be Greenwood because
But
Greenwood looking so lost right now.
I find Greenwood didn't look bad today.
I find Greenwood wasn't all that.
Greenwood
is a man.
wasn't in the game.
Greenwood does shoot first thing. Greenwood had a relaxing body.
Yeah, Greenwood was real out.
Just to add,
Greenwood was real out to the game.
just to add to what Nico said, right? With regards to 3 points, that same weekend, Arsenal got Man City, Liverpool got Chelsea. This should be a great weekend.
We need that 3 points.
Yeah.
That 3 points. What? Well, if that 3 points, we get that 3 points and Arsenal get a beaten that they should get. We 4 points behind them.
Against who would have played? Chelsea?
Chelsea.
Man City.
Arsenal got Man
Man
City,
City,
buddy.
Man
Oh, okay. If it was Chelsea, then I could say Arsenal might have been.
But
that.
Ollie-
No. Man City beaten.
So as we hear, right? And I mean, I guess because it's hot news. All hear how Lukaku come out and started talk rubbish today.
Yeah.
I want to go back to Inter because he missing the pasta and the
Don't take the
white
workout how he
wine
thought he
and-
started work out. After he insult them when he get transferred to go Chelsea, he play going back and eating up his words now and ball and he's
No, but Barim, he didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
He was forced to leave now.
he was
didn't want-
forced to leave? No,
Yes,
no,
he
no,
was.
no.
He was.
No, I don't
They
think
had
he
to
was
sell
forced to
him.
leave at all.
They had to sell him.
They had to sell to balance the books.
Yeah,
But he didn't want to leave.
But no. If Lukaku didn't want to leave, Lukaku take up that and Lukaku say, I come in. I want to challenge myself. I want to my career ain't finished yet.
But he scored the last couple of
Listen.
games.
Listen
You
to
say that,
Lukaku
but-
comments. Listen to Lukaku comments when he signed for Chelsea. That is why he had to come back now and put his tail between his leg and apologize to the Inter Milan fans for his comments.
Correct.
Lukaku jump out as though, well, hey, always nothing. I
But
want to play in a better league.
The day
I
before
want
he
to play
signed
at
for
a big
Chelsea,
club.
he actually said he wasn't going nowhere.
Exactly.
And then
Lukaku said before the Euros, I am happy at Inter Milan. I am
Yeah, he
going
did.
nowhere. And out
Yeah.
of nowhere, this guy is in a blue
Yeah.
number 3 shirt.
Yeah, it happened like next few days.
Exactly.
But he would go back there, and I don't think he liked playing with Chelsea. That style of play doesn't really suit him, even though he's scoring. I don't think he wants to play in that team.
Yeah, because it's a working how he thought it would work. He thought after that
working.
season in Inter Milan, he'd go there and own England, and he returned to Chelsea and start dating, blah, 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 blah.
The man in Italy, nobody
Talking.
taking you on too. Most of the time, nobody taking you in Italy. When you come in England, men are me with you in Timberland boots and all kind of thing. You think he has seen that? In Italy, time with that thing.
So he fell up on that Timberland boot.
I'ma tell you something.
Them jokey defenders in Italy rough up and doing all kind of
No,
thing.
I
You
tell
know?
you.
Dan, all you wicked. Italy are jokey defenders.
Watch
Italy
me,
known for defending.
Yeah, nah. Watch me against Juventus. But everybody else, all them defenders are old men from Atletico Madrid who going to play Genoa.
Yeah, it come like what Rajek said today. He say teams like Newcastle and Norwich, right? In Germany, it had no way. Then would I be struggling in the bottom of the table.
Yeah.
Similar to what's going on in Italy.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
He playing like the star food in Italy. Yeah?
Look, if Lukaku is watching all on United, I want you to sign this for me. Right now, man. Sign them, man.
He's a real fool. Fellow that gay Timberland, you know.
Lukaku,
That's right. That's what we call it, the Kakus, you know. The Kakus.
Timberland, right?
If Lukaku is a businessman,
You capitalize.
yeah, he capitalize on that. The Kakus.
Like Bass, my dog, boy.
Timberland and a Gucci belt, you know.
Dan,
The only thing that I do now is that meme that I remove the Man United jersey and put on a Chelsea jersey. I ain't like that I still have a Man United.
Yeah, you shouldn't have won that.
Yeah. Anyway, so fellas, it was nice. So guys, thanks again for the comments, the likes, the shares. We do appreciate it all the time. Also, remember we're on YouTube, so you can go across on that side and give us a subscription, follow us on that platform as well. All right. We could be here again on Monday, fellas.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it could be a good one. All right. Doing saying Tim Bakaku. Yeah.
Don't be a player. I still like Lukaku.
Yes, David Curtin. Happy New Year, fellas.
Same to you.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, all the best,
Happy New Year
all the
to
best,
everybody.
all the best to all the viewers, whoever comment, all the best to the panel for 2022.
Yeah,
Same to you
man.
guys.
Yep, same here.
Wait now. So Phil, here now. It had any wager you put on the table? I can't remember. You put any wager on the table to lose your money?
Man, I can bring a wager come 2022. I can bring a wager, man. I can bring a wager. This year it was all about 10 games in a row, $1,000. But I can bring a different wager come next year, man. So let 2022 roll on, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, don't watch the next few games to put away, Jeff.
Hey, Joel Jones. Yes, man. Next year. We're doing it big next year. Thanks for the comments. Yes, Kurt. Bless up.
All right.
Right. So, guys, have a good one. See you all on the next one.
Hey, good.
Yeah, bye-bye.